Hey, how you doing? My name is Aurelius Rains. I am doing an after-school coding club at Urban Prep, and I just wanted to take the time that I'm sitting here to talk to you guys about some of the things we'll be doing in the club, should you decide to join up. So one of the things that I wanted to show you all is this thing right here. This is called a microbit. A microbit is a programmable circuit board. If you become part of the club, we've arranged for you to be sent one of these because I don't want you just doing stuff, virtually on the computer or feel like you're doing stuff that you can't do in the real world. These are programmable, which means you can plug them up to any computer. You can really even program them on your cell phone and then write a program for them. And so I'm going to show you guys a little bit about how this works and how it moves around and what it can do to, allow you to learn more about computing, and even doing some robotics. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to switch to my desk view here so you guys can see what's happening on my desk. And you will notice that, first of all, I need to swap my desk view around so that it is more commiserate. There you go. That looks better. All right. So this is the microbit. The microbit has a bunch of little processors on it, and buttons and sensors on it. So just to give you a quick rundown, I've got A button right here. I've got a B button right there. I've got a reset button on the back here. I have a little point for the power, and then I have a little point to plug in USB. And then this little grid right here on the front is an LED readout, and this up here is actually another little sensor button. This has a sensor called an accelerometer. That means it understands where it is and how it's moving through through space. And it even has a thermometer, so it knows what the temperature is, and has a few other sensors and gadgets in here. But let's just go ahead and look at what else comes in the box. And so you're gonna get a box like this. You get the microbit. You should also get a battery pack. You will get some batteries, two AAA batteries, and a USB cord. Okay, and none of these pieces are special, maybe with the exception of the battery pack. This is like, you can use any Android micro charger or cord with this one. Of course, these are AAA batteries you can get at the local pharmacy or the dollar store. Doesn't make a difference. And even a circuit board, it doesn't cost a lot of money. It's usually less than $15 for the circuit board itself. So it's not super expensive, but in a minute you're going to see exactly what kind of tricks and things we can do with it. So as part of the tour, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to just go ahead and put these things up here for now, so they're out of the way. And then what I want to do is I want to show you the programming environment. Okay, and so let's go ahead and pull up the programming environment. All right, so this is the music I'm playing in the background. But instead of just dealing with this music, what we're going to do is we're going to go to MakeCode. MakeCode.com. Okay. And MakeCode is a place where you can learn how to do several types of programming. This is another type of circuit board, just like the one I showed you. This shows you how to do some programming via Minecraft. I think the only thing with this one is you literally have to have a version of Minecraft in order to use it. This is Mindstorms, Lego Mindstorms. This is a robotic software, Q robotic software. This right here is Arcade. Arcade allows you to learn how to program video games. It has this little Game Boy-esque gaming system up here that you can use for virtualization. You don't need any extra things. If you want to start working on game design right now, not only can you learn how to start making very simple games, but MakeCode actually does a Twitch broadcast like every day at 1 o'clock that walks you through the process of making one type of game. It's really, really awesome. And of course, there's the Chibi Chip, another type of programmable circuit board. So you can see there are a lot of these different types of programmable circuit boards out there. The reason I chose the microbit though is because the microbit is not super expensive. So I'm clicking on that right now. And what you see is that with this, I have a bunch of projects that it'll walk me through. So again, if I don't know what I'm doing, I can literally teach myself how to do a project, right? Okay, not sure why I reload like that. So these are some of the projects you can do: name tags, a coin flipper, but it really does get a lot more complex. You can do different types of toys and or robots. Here it has different types of ways you can use it for science, to do different types of science experiments, and even all types of tools. Really, what you can use this for is a lot of what you can use the microbit for is sort of bound by your imagination. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do a really simple program. Okay, a really simple program. I'm going to just click up here and do new project. Okay, and I'm going to give the project a name. Always name your files. Never just leave a bunch of files called untitled. It becomes a headache later on, especially if you become a lot more involved in what you're doing. Okay, so now what you'll notice is that I have a little sample microbit right here. It's not, it's a virtual microbit, so that if you don't get your microbit in a timely manner, you can still go ahead and make programs for it and test them out on the virtual microbit here. You also have a bunch of categories here on the side, and then you have a build workspace right here, and of course down here you see the name of a project, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The first thing I want to do before I get started with any of these things, I'm going to go ahead and actually connect my microbit. So let me go ahead and switch back to my desk view here. I'm going to connect my microbit, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to not look in this box because I took everything out already. Need to focus. Okay. I'm going to take the USB cord, the microbit, and I'm going to connect the USB cord to the USB on my computer here. I have a little extender here, but you can plug this right into the side of your laptop or Chromebook or whatever else you're working with. And then I'm going to plug it into my microbit. And you will see that as soon as I plug it in, it lights up on the back. Okay, and that little yellow light you see flashing lets me know that it's connected and it's working. This little yellow light right here. Okay, I'm gonna turn that over for now. Okay, I don't have a program on here, and this is the thing you should know about microbit. Every time you connect it up, it erases the last program you have on there, so make sure you have them saved to another on your computer somewhere. But it usually saves them on the cloud, so you don't have to worry about it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a very simple name tag. What I usually do on my first day of class, whenever I'm teaching inside of a school, is I'll take one of these microbits. I have a 3D printer, so I'll 3D print a little case for it, a little lanyard for it, and I put it on my lanyard right next to my school ID. And then I just have a little electronic nameplate that lets everybody know what my name is. All right, it's my way of sort of doing the dog whistle to all the nerds in the house. So let's go ahead and get this hooked up. Got it hooked up. Now that we've got it hooked up right here, what I want to do is I want to hook it up on the computer here. So what I have to do in order to pair it with the computer is I click on this thing on these three dots right here, and I click on pair device. Right, and it's going to look for my microbit. So it tells me to connect it to the computer if I haven't already done so, which I did do. Right, and I'm going to hit the pair device, and it's going to look for my microbit, and there it is right there. Oh, you guys cannot see that on this screen. Let me a little window pops up that lets you know that it is pairing with your microbit. All right, and I hit connect. Now my microbit is paired. All right, and you guys can actually see the screen that popped up. Basically all that happened was it just showed me the name of my microbit. I clicked on it, hit pair, and now it's paired. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's write some code. I'm gonna keep it really simple. I'm gonna say on start, I'm gonna open up the basic here, and then I get a bunch of different options. I can show a number, I can go ahead and draw my own LED, I could do an icon, or I could do a string. Now, a string in programming is really just something that a command says. So in this case, the command is show string, right? And the string in this case is the word hello. All right, so I'm going to drag this over and I'm going to stick it in there. Okay. And then I'm going to, and now you see it automatically starts running my simulation. Over here, if I hit the stop button and hit the start button, it spells hello right here on the side. Okay. I don't want it to say hello. I wanted to say my name. And so let me go ahead and type in my name. I usually have my students call me Mr. Rains, but y'all can call me Aurelius. If you can pronounce it, you can say it. All right. So that's my name right there. And once I have that in there, I'm going to go ahead and send this to my device. So now I've written a program. It's a very simple program. You see, I put it together in less than a minute, right? I'm going to go ahead and take this program and send it to my microbit, okay? So I'm going to hit the download button. And what's happening is that it's downloading. And if you look at my desk view, I'm not going to flip it over. I don't like to move it while it's downloading. There's a little yellow light in the back that's flashing. But if you look on my screen, it said download completed. It went away, but it says download complete. It lets me know that it's finished. So I'm going to go back to my desk view. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together my battery pack to show you how it works. So first I'm going to disconnect it from the computer. It's disconnected. You notice nothing's happening because in order for electronics to work, it needs electricity. In this case, electricity is going to come from these two AAA batteries. I'm going to plug those in. Close the case. Okay, and again, I'm not sure exactly how familiar you are with putting in batteries for your remote. You always want to be careful, make sure you're putting in the right polarity. And so it's sort of difficult to see here, but if I try and angle it the right way and not in shadow, there's a little diagram of a battery in here and let you know which part is positive over here, which part is negative. The part with the little bump on it, little nub on it, is the positive, and the flat part is the negative. The flat part usually goes against the spring, and you put it in. And that's how you put in batteries, and usually batteries going the opposite way. So if one battery goes this way, if one battery goes this way, what's going on? If one battery goes this way, then the other battery's going to go that way. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it into this little white part right here in the back. And you'll notice that as soon as I plug it in, I'm going to start getting things flashing across my screen. I'm going to turn my light off here so you can see it better. It won't be as much contrast. All right. And I plug it in. And already it starts flashing my name. Okay. And it only does it once because I told it to only do it once on start, and that's it. If I push the other buttons, it doesn't do anything, right? So I know that could be a problem, right? If I want this to show my name all the time, I need to show my name all the time. So let's just go back to our programming environment. I'm going to unplug this from the battery pack. I'm plugging this from the battery pack, and I'm plugging my microbit back into the screen here. Okay. Put the battery pack right here for now. Okay. And you see even now when I do it, it's still showing my name because it's getting electricity from the computer to run it. Okay. But again, it only does it once. That's not what I want. So what I'm going to do is let's go back to my screen here and let's look at my program. So I just said on start, say the name Aurelius, and that's exactly what it did. And something I always try and tell my first time programmers is that computers are dumb, right? Like if I tell you when you meet somebody, tell them your name, then that's what you're going to do if you want to do it, right? Every time you meet someone, you're going to tell them your name. But I didn't tell you to tell someone your name every time you meet someone. I just said when you meet someone, tell them your name, which means that you may meet one person, tell them your name, and that's it. With computers, you have to be very specific about the directions that you give. So since I want this to show up forever, can you guys think of which block I might want to use? All right. Maybe instead of saying on start, I should use this block here. And this block says forever. Okay. So instead of using on start, I'm going to use forever. I put this inside of here. And And now what I've told it to do is forever show the string Aurelius. And again, I can run it in my little virtual environment. You see, as soon as I go with the S, it should start with the A again. There you go. It's constantly running the same thing. Now, I have a problem with this, right? It actually works. It does what I want it to do. It's constantly flashing my name. But what if I'm concerned about it running down my battery, right? You know, the school day could be 6 to 8 hours, depending on which school you go to. And if I have this running all day, you know, without stop, then I could run down my battery. So maybe instead of saying forever, I can do this. On my input, I can actually decide which prompt that I want to put for when this works. I can say do it when I push the A button, do it when I shake, do it when the acceleration is at a certain position. I have all these. I can even decide if I wanted to go ahead and work at a certain temperature, which is interesting. So if it gets too hot, I can make the microbit turn on. If it gets too cold, I can make the microbit turn on. That's interesting for us to remember later on. All right, so I think what I want, I can even set it up so that it works with a loud sound, but that's with the second version of microbit that has a built-in microphone. This one does not have a built-in microphone. You would have to engineer a microphone to work with this one. So what I am going to do is I am going to say, here it says on button A, but you know what? Let's not do button A. I want to say every time on shake. Every time it shakes, right? I want it to go ahead and turn on. Okay. Say on shake, show string Aurelius. Dope, dope, dope. I don't even really need these. I can just take them and drop them for now. Okay. So on shake, show string Aurelius, but I also want it to do it more than once. And so I'm going to put a loop in here. And what a loop does is a loop tells you how many times it wants to run the program. So I'm going to say is I want you to go ahead and do that. For now, we'll keep it at 4. Instead of, I'm going to say 5 times just so you can see that I can move it, right? So I want you to do it 5 times. So I put that on the inside. I put it here on Aurelius. And now I'm going to download it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the button download, but I'm going to switch to my desk view as soon as I do it. Okay, so I click download, go to desk view, and what you'll see is you'll see that the light is flashing. Okay, and that tells me that it's downloading. The light stopped flashing and steadily on. That means it's finished downloading. Okay, so let's just go ahead and disconnect it and add it to our battery pack and see what it does. Just disconnect it, hook up our battery pack. All right, and it does nothing. All right, because I did not say on start, I said when I shake it. So in order to get this to work, what do you think I have to do? I have to shake it. And there you see. And it's going to do it 5 times. So that's 1. 2. I'm just not realizing exactly how long my name is. 3. 4. And 5. And then it's going to stop. Oh, wait. Did I say 6? No, I said 5. That was 5, wasn't it? I wasn't counting, was I? Okay, now it should stop. Nope, it keeps going. It's doing it over and over again. Maybe because I have it up and it feels like it's shaking. It's not standing still. Okay. So that is how you get this to work. Okay. So again, the microbit is a really great tool for doing very simple types of things, very simple types of projects, very simple types of robotics. Let's go ahead and let's do something a little bit more interesting. Okay. So as I told you that it has a sensor called an accelerometer. An accelerometer is a sensor that senses how the microbit is moving through space. It measures the movement on the X, Y, and Z axis. You might remember this from your geometry, or maybe even your algebra or physics classes, the X, Y, and Z axis. So it can actually feel itself in space in 3 dimensions, all right? So oftentimes what we might do in physics is we might want to measure exactly how much impact something has when it hits the ground. So I'm not sure if, again, if you've taken a physics course yet, but you know that in physics courses that we are able to, that we know that the faster something moves and the more weight it has, the more force it impacts with. And so I thought it'd be a really great way to measure that force, right? And so what I want to do is I wanted to do this program, but I want to make it a program that that tells me if something's fallen with a certain amount of force yet. We'll go to new project. This time we're going to call it ouch, for reasons you will see. Okay. And of course, my little virtual microbit is loading over here. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to say, for my string, I'm going to say I want it to say ouch. Okay. But now on the input, I'm going to take this on shake part, and you'll notice again earlier I showed you that there's a bunch of different options. This right here, 3G. That means is this thing hits with 3 G's of force, right? With 3 G's of force, right? What I wanted to do is say ouch, okay? And just for in case you don't know, a little physics background again, if you can't tell, I am a physics teacher, a science teacher also. But a G represents gravity, right? And so 3 G's means that it's going to hit with 3 times Earth gravity when it falls, okay? And this is something that happens every time you hit an impact. If you fall down the stairs, or you do a dunk in gym and you land on the floor, you're actually landing, and your body feels an acceleration or a multiplication of Earth's normal gravity for a very brief period of time. So what I want to do is I've programmed my microbit now that if it falls with a force at 3 G's, that is going to say ouch. Okay, so let's try that out now. Again, I'm going to switch to my desk view, and I'm going to hit download it again. I want you to watch it blink this time. I keep missing it because it happens really fast. All right, I'm hitting download and watch it blink. It blinks, and when it finishes blinking, the download is complete. I disconnect it. I add my battery pack right here. Okay. Now I'm going to drop it. Oh, that was it. That was 3 G's. Just me putting the battery in the backpack there. Let's try it again. Oh, wow. Yep, that was definitely 3 G's. It doesn't take much to get 3 G's. It's very sensitive. Let me just pick it up and drop it just this far. Okay, that wasn't enough. Pick it up and drop it from this height. There it is. That was about 3 G's of force from the height that I just dropped it. Okay, that's interesting. So obviously, if I did not want this to be as sensitive, I might take it to 5 G's. Okay, just some other things you might want to know. You can actually use an app to program your microbit. What I'm going to do is I've already paired the device. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I can use my tablet. So I'm going to use my tablet here, okay, to program my microbit. Okay, you can stop now. Microbit's just over here being adorable. That's what it's doing. Okay, and I'm going to follow the instructions to pair it with my tablet. I'm not going to lie to you. Doing this by Bluetooth is a bit more difficult. So right here, you'll see that I have the, if I can get the contrast better. There's the microbit app. Okay, I'm just curious now. I should have thought about this. Do I have any of my hacker stuff on here? No? Okay, fine. All right, mind your business. Okay, so this is the microbit app. And I'm going to go ahead and first of all pair it to my microbit. This microbit's name is not Pezog. So I'm going to add a new microbit. And the way to do this is make sure the batteries are still in. Hold down the A and B. And then press and release the reset button. That's in the back. Okay, I'm going to hold this and then press and release the reset button. And then I get these lines. And then I hit next. Now I got to copy this pattern on here. So I've got almost to the top. I got a 1 here, I got a 1, 2, and then I got a 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this goes smoothly so I don't look foolish. And it's pairing now. It asks for a pin. Press the A button. Press the A button. Okay. I think one of the things on here is I have to have my location on, which sounds really, really weird. Let's try that again. Okay. So I'm going to hit pair. Oh, okay, I did it. Oh, yep. What do you mean unsuccessful? It was successful. Okay, let's try it. Sometimes it says it's unsuccessful when it is successful. Okay. Let me see if I can send a code here. So I'm gonna hit create code, and let's just do our name tag code. Yeah, this X is not promising. So there's a code that I wrote called heart. Okay. Let's see if I can download it. Nope. Let's try it again. And the reason I'm leaving this part in the video, it's important that you understand that whenever you want to do these kind of things, sometimes it's going to take a little bit of effort. Nothing comes easy. I don't care how good you are. You usually run into some type of problems, and it takes a little bit of problem solving and sticking to it to do it, especially for those of you who are interested in the cybersecurity. Trial and error is a way of life. Okay, there we go. It worked. I got a check mark. That's a good sign. And it was the one I already had in here. Ah, silly. Okay, let's see if I can download. See, it's spinning right there. Boom. Yep, I do want it to flash. And then what it's doing is it's copying the code over to my microbit right now. Remember, of course, for all this to work, you have to have the battery actually plugged in because it needs power. Okay, it is in Bluetooth mode. Okay, look like it's having a bit of a problem. But yeah, okay. I'll come back to it. I've made it work before. Like I said, sometimes it can be a little emotional the first time around. Let me just make sure it's in Bluetooth mode. That's important, right? Okay, now let's try it, see if that works. Oh. Okay, it didn't work. That's okay, that's fine. You guys see I can do it by computer. You can do it by phone, and it is possible. I've done it before. I've done it plenty of times. It's just that I made the mistake of trying to do it for the first time with a brand new microbit, okay? So it might take a little bit of problem solving, but you can solve the problem, and you can get this to work. But that was it. I just wanted you all to see exactly how a microbit works and what a microbit is and how it functions. If you have any questions, or if you want to participate in the club, reach out to Dean Brown and let him know you want to be part of the coding club. We're holding the coding club every Monday and Wednesday from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me for a while, and you guys have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Salute.